You know the feeling. You spend hours, maybe even days, getting your resume just right. You find that perfect job posting, you hit submit, and then crickets. Or even worse, you get that automated rejection email almost instantly. It is so frustrating. But what if I told you it's not just random bad luck? Let's pull back the curtain and find out what's really going on.
It really does feel like you're just launching your application into some kind of digital black hole, right? You send it out there and poof, it's gone. That's a super common feeling. But the truth is, there's a system at play here, and once you understand that system, everything changes.
So, your application isn't just lost in space. No way. It's actually on a journey, and it has to pass through a series of gates before it ever reaches a real person. Think of them like checkpoints in a video game. Your job is to craft the right key to unlock each one.
Okay, let's talk about gate number 1, the requirements. This is the very first filter. Before anyone even thinks about your potential or your personality, they ask one super simple question. Do you match what we asked for on paper? It's the easiest place to get screened out.
Think about it like a puzzle. The job description is basically giving you all the pieces it's looking for. Keywords like project management or data analysis. If your resume is using totally different words to describe the same thing, it's just not going to fit. It's an instant mismatch for both the computer and the human who scans it later.
And honestly, these mismatches are usually pretty straightforward. The job asks for 5 years of experience, and you've got 3. Or it requires a specific certification that you forgot to list. But the biggest one? Sending a generic, one-size-fits-all resume. That is the absolute fastest way to end up in the no pile.
All right, let's say you pass the first gate. Your requirements line up. Awesome. Welcome to gate number 2, the scanners. Now this is where you face 2 very different, very tough gatekeepers, the robot and the super-fast human glance.
First up, you've got the robot. It's called an applicant tracking system, or ATS for short. And its entire job is to scan hundreds of resumes, looking for those keywords and the right formatting, just to whittle down the pile for a human reviewer. I mean, think about it. If your resume can't get past this bot, a person will never even know you applied.
So what makes the ATS toss your resume? Well, it's usually for really simple technical stuff. You didn't use the exact keywords from the job description. Or your super fancy creative resume with columns and graphics? Yeah, the software can't read it. Maybe you used a weird font, or you submitted a Word doc when they specifically asked for a PDF. These little things can get you knocked out of the running automatically.
But let's say you get past the robot. You're not in the clear yet. Now your resume finally lands in front of a human being who will give it, are you ready for this? 6 seconds. That's it. 6. You have 6 seconds to grab their attention. It sounds absolutely brutal because, well, it is.
Now, in those 6 seconds, a recruiter is not reading your life story. They're scanning. Their eyes are darting around looking for very specific info. So if your resume is just a cluttered wall of text or your biggest accomplishments are buried in a long paragraph, they're not going to find it. They'll just shrug and move on to the next one. Clarity here is everything. Okay, you've made it past the requirements and you survived the scanners. That's huge. But there is one final gate. And this one is all about the little things. It's about proving your professionalism and showing you have a sharp eye for detail.
You have to understand, to a recruiter, a typo isn't just a simple mistake, it's a signal. It signals carelessness. And ignoring a simple instruction in the application, that makes them wonder if you'd ignore instructions on the job. These aren't seen as small mistakes, they are seen as big red flags.
So how do you pass this final gate? You do a final polish check. Every single time. Before you even think about hitting submit, proofread it one last time. Make sure your employment dates all line up correctly. And hey, if they ask you to name the file yourname_resume, you do exactly that. This isn't just busy work, it's a test.
And I really want you to remember this. Those little instructions, like a word limit on a question or a specific file name, they are not optional. They are not suggestions. They are part of the test. They want to see if you can follow simple directions. Failing here can get you rejected immediately, no matter how qualified you are.
Okay, so we've walked through the 3 big gates that can stop your application in its tracks. But just knowing the obstacles isn't enough, right? Let's quickly recap and talk about the keys you need to unlock each and every one of them.
Look, here it is, all in one place. It's actually pretty simple when you break it down. Each gate asks a question. Gate number 1 asks, are you a match? Your key is to tailor your resume. Gate 2 asks, are you easy to read?
Your key is to optimize it for both robots and humans. And Gate 3 asks, are you professional? Your key is to polish every single detail. It's a system, and now you have the blueprint.
So you see, the application process isn't some mysterious black hole. It's a game with really clear rules. And now that you understand the levels, these gates, you're not just hoping for the best anymore. You are actually in control. You have the knowledge to make sure your application gets the attention it deserves.
So for your very next application, don't just close your eyes and send it off into the void. Guide it. Guide it through the gates. The only question left is, which gate are you going to focus on unlocking first?